Hello and welcome back. Today's video is going to be a palette bingo with all of my Natasha Denona palettes, and I have 8 of them. Actually, on my list of things to film, I had planned to do a palette bingo. I was going to do that with the Juvia's Place, the Zulu palette, but one of you guys requested for me to do a palette bingo with all of my Natasha Denona palettes. So I thought that was a really fun idea, and I've definitely seen other YouTubers do this. I've seen people do this with all of their Juvia's Place palettes and all of that. So I'm going to be randomly picking one eyeshadow from each palette. So I will be using 8 eyeshadows. I'll use a random number generator to pick the numbers, and then yeah, I'll try to create the look. I am in a colorful mood, so I'm kind of hoping I'm gonna get colorful shades, but yeah, we shall see. And if you're interested in my face makeup, I will list the products in the description box, and I also did film an Instagram tutorial, so if that is up already on this face look, I will link that. If not, it should be up soon, and yeah, let's just get started. I'm very excited because I have not done a palette bingo in a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera to do the random number generator, and I'll write them down and then I'll be back. All right, so I picked out all the numbers. Let me show you what I got. For the mini nude, I got number 4, which is this shade here. And this one has a lot of fallout. It's actually my least favorite color in this palette. That is okay. I will definitely need to use a wet brush for that. And then the mini Lila, okay, I got number 2. This kind of purpley duochrome here. Interesting, I think I've only used that color once. We shall see. I'm glad that I have this Safari palette because Natasha Denona tends to put a lot of shimmers in a lot of her palettes, and I didn't want to end up with an all shimmer look. Alrighty, for the Safari palette, I got number 6, this cream shade here, which is a pretty basic shade. I may just use that as a brow bone highlight. By the way, I already have on my Milani eye primer, and I did set that down with a little bit of a cream shadow already, as usual. Okay, next up we have the gold palette, and for that I got number 10. Okay, so that is this brown shimmer here. Okay, interesting. We'll see. So far, yeah, this is interesting. Okay, Metropolis, number 23. All right, that is this one right down here. That's a really beautiful color. Again, a lot of shimmer, and I don't usually put shimmer on my lower lash line, but I may have to do that. All right, Sunrise is next, and we got number 9. So, got a matte. Very excited about that. Very, very excited about that. 2 palettes left. All right, for the purple blue, got this one right here. Very excited about that because that's actually one of the shades I was most excited about for this palette. Again, another shimmer, I know. And then last up, the brown and green, number 12. Right, so this very dark green shimmer there. And I have a whole separate get ready with me on several of these palettes. I've done one with this one, several with Metropolis, and with Safari. So if you do want to see those, you can find them very easily on my channel. Let's just go ahead and start. Morgan here, this peachy matte, gonna start with that in the crease from the Sunrise. Okay, yeah, I haven't used this palette in a while, and this is definitely more pigmented than I remember. I thought it looks lighter in the pan. All right, now that I have that, honestly, I have no idea what I want to do next. I kind of got a lot of dark shimmers, which also is going to make this a little bit complicated. I'm going to have to put shimmers on the lower lash line, even though that is not my preference because of my lines. It tends to get in there, whereas a matte eyeshadow doesn't do that. Is what it is. So for the lower lash line, I'm thinking maybe this purple blue duochrome, or maybe the teal one that I got from Metropolis. But this is, I don't know. I think I'd rather have this on the lid. Oh my gosh. And now I'm forgetting which shades I even ended up with. Oh yeah, from the gold, I got, yeah, that very simple brown. Oh my gosh, my mind is a-twirling right now. All right, I've decided to move on to the mini nude, this duochrome here. I don't want to use a lot of that one because, as I mentioned, it has a lot of fallout. So I'm gonna just put like a really small amount of that in the inner corner. That is my plan. Definitely this color requires a wet brush. I can say that for certain. I totally trash talked that eyeshadow, but actually it's really pretty. I have no idea if you can see it on camera, but there's a lot of sparkle. And actually that looks very nice. So, all right, putting that aside, what am I gonna do next? I'm kind of thinking maybe to just kind of go this way with the shimmer shades. So I think I'm gonna move on to this one from the gold palette. Very pretty. Not, I mean, it's, yeah, just slightly more bronze than the color from the mini nude and definitely less glittery. I tried to wipe off my sponge tip applicator. I don't know if I did a good job, but I have a nice gradient there. I mean, this needs to be blended for sure, but actually so far, I don't hate it. I've decided to move on to the outer corner, and this was the dark green shade that I got from this palette. So I think it's pretty dark. This is actually one of the shades I have not yet used in this palette, so I'm gonna put that in the outer corners, see how it goes. It's totally possible this eye look is gonna be absolutely horrendous. I'm just preparing myself for that at this point. So the plan now is to put the blue in that gap. We'll see. We'll see. I've mentioned in a lot of my videos, I'm doing a lot of usage projects, and very frequently I combine a lot of different palettes to get a look. I mean, a lot of days I'll combine like 4, 5, 6 palettes just because it's fun and I really enjoy it and I want to use my palettes. But when I'm doing that, I'm using mostly mattes to blend out the crease and the outer corner and the lower lash line. So in any given look, I'm usually only using 1 or 2 shimmers, and often one of them is in the inner corner, and then the rest is matte. So this type of look is a completely opposite for me, using so many shimmer shades. But you know what? I think Natasha Denona excels in her shimmer shades, and it's also nice to get out of our comfort zone, try something different. All right, so I still have Safari, Metropolis, and the purple blue to use. Oh, and the mini Lila. Okay, the Safari, that super light shade, I'm just gonna put that on the brow bone highlight because there's nothing else really I could do with that color. It's pretty similar to my skin tone. So the question is, should the lower lash line be this and the color from mini Lila, or the one from purple blue? I think I'm gonna go with this and the mini Lila on the lower lash line, just because I think that this blue shade is lighter, so I'd rather put that on the small bit of lid space I've left. I don't have a lot of lid space, so this type of look is a little bit difficult, but I'm trying. Never used this shade, so I am just using the wet sponge tip. I'm trying to use the other side, but all right, we'll see what happens. Okay, that is a really pretty blue. It's very icy and cool toned. Okay, I love that. I really do. Part of me wants to just like cover this whole thing up with this color because I love it that much. Oh my gosh. Looks really nice next to these bronzy shades. Okay, now I want to do like a look with just those colors. All right, that is officially one of my new favorite eyeshadows of all life. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go back to a bit of Morgan from the Sunrise just to like more of that in the crease. I realize this looks kind of weird, but I actually like it. I don't know, it's kind of cool. I mean, I would never come up with this myself, so pretty awesome. I'm putting a little bit more of that bronzy color from the gold palette just because I feel like that got a bit faded with the blue, but I would have never paired a bronze with such a cool tone blue, but I think it's pretty cool. I'm just gonna put that cream shade from Safari as a brow bone highlight. All right, Pretty basic, I know, but that's the color I got, so I gotta use it. All right, lower lash line left. And I'm thinking I want to do the purple here and the teal here because we already have teal on that side. And so I got this little small brush. I have to wet it. See how this goes. As I mentioned, I do not do shimmers on the lower lash, but trying something different. I mean, I don't hate it. There's definitely so much fallout, but that's fine. This looks so much more blue than purple. In the pan, it looks like it's, well, I mean, it's a duochrome, so, you know. All right, and then let's go with the Metropolis color. Looks nice. Wow, maybe I should expand my horizons more often and put shimmers on the lower lash line. All right, not gonna lie, this is like kind of terrible, but kind of really cool at the same time. I'm not even really sure how I feel about it. So I'm gonna do mascara and eyeliner and lips, and then I'll come back and hopefully once it's all put together, it'll look a little bit better. All right, I'm back. I did a little bit of eyeliner, mascara, lips, and I think it looks better. I feel like the peach is really what's not going because the rest of this look is pretty cool toned and that's more of a warm shade, so I feel like that doesn't match. But the blue with the bronze combo, I am in love with that. So I definitely want to try that again at some point. So yeah, I think this was a lot of fun. I gotta say, I'm really happy. I definitely used some shades in my Natasha Denona palettes that I had never even used before. So yeah, if you like this video, let me know. I could do it with other brands such as a Juvia's Place. Thank you so much for requesting this. That is it. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.